channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It's your boy Half.
And your girl J.
And we back
with another reaction video.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
Hope everybody enjoying their Thursday today. You know what I'm saying? Today is leg day for us.
It is Thursday.
Yeah, today's leg day at the gym. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to stay consistent, you guys, because I started out working out and I completely gave up. And this time around, I'm really dedicated. I'm dedicating myself to the gym.
I told her to give me 30 days. I can try to see if I can transform her somewhat to where she can start seeing some results. So, we will try to see how that works out. We will keep y'all posted. Y'all stay tuned on that. So anyway, let them know who we're reacting to today.
We are reacting to, well, the video is titled, Everybody's Jaw Just Dropped. Donald Trump Takes the Stand.
Whew. You know, sometimes they say it's bad for you to take the stand in some cases.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can sometimes incriminate yourself, accident type of thing.
Okay.
So, but we know Donald Trump is smarter than that.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So let's go into it, man. But before we do, everybody that's out there who are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby. Come and join the squad, man.
Yes. Half and J.
You feel me? Plus, we already kicking off what? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. I be
Boom.
All right, let's go.
For about 3 minutes, a former president of the United States and current frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination was on the stand today in a case that seeks to hold him accountable for his words. That extraordinary courthouse moment today came on day 4 of the E. Jean Carroll defamation trial. Donald Trump testified in his defense, his attorney allowed to ask him only one question. Do you stand by your deposition? He said 100%. He also added that he considers Carroll's allegation false. That was stricken from the record immediately. That single question by attorney Alina Habba is the result of a lengthy back and forth between Judge Lewis Kaplan and Trump's attorneys, in which the judge warned Trump not to relitigate the first trial in which he was found liable for sexually abusing Carroll. There are no do-overs, Judge Lewis Kaplan said. He ruled out the kind of statements Trump has made outside of court. Earlier, Carroll's attorneys entered into evidence some of those statements, including a post-trial press conference, posts from Truth Social, an interview on right-wing TV network Newsmax, all of which effectively defamed Carroll and dismissed her claim that he sexually assaulted her. They also played clips from his deposition, including this one that proved to be devastating to Trump's defense in the first Carroll case.
I don't even know who the woman, let's say, it's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah, that's my wife.
Which one are you pointing to? No.
Here. Oh,
The person you just pointed to was E. Jean Carroll. Closing arguments begin tomorrow, and that is where we start today with former Deputy Assistant Attorney General and former U.S. Attorney Harry Litman, host of the podcast Fast Politics and special correspondent for Vanity Fair, Molly Jean Fass. But first, let's go to MSNBC legal analyst Lisa Rubin, who was inside the courtroom today. Lisa, talk to us just about this incredible moment on the stand today.
Yeah, Alicia, this is a day that I thought would really never come. I have told you and I have told MSNBC viewers for weeks that I never thought Donald Trump would take the stand. And so for me, the most traumatic moment was at 2:15 today when Alina Habba said the defense calls President Donald Trump, and everybody's jaw just dropped, because collectively, I think there's a feeling among the press corps that it was not only a mistake, but something we really didn't count on happening. When you talked about the 3 questions that Alina Habba was permitted to ask, we're going to have to see the transcript, because the questions weren't stricken. In fact, only portions of the answers were struck in each case. And so we're going to have to see exactly what Judge Kaplan allowed and didn't allow. My own recollection is that Donald Trump was allowed to answer the second two questions in yes or no ways. Did you deny it because you wanted to defend yourself? Yes, I did. And then he continued to say it's totally false, and that's when Kaplan cut him off. Similarly, he was asked, did you ever instruct anyone to hurt her? He said, no. From my notes, I just wanted to protect myself, my family, and the presidency. That sentence was stricken, but I'm not sure that the no was. But irrespective of that, there were just 3 questions, and it will be curious to see whether that has any impact on this jury or not, particularly when, as you noted earlier in the afternoon, we were treated to an array of clips from Donald Trump's prior depositions, not only in this case, but also in the New York Attorney General's deposition in the civil fraud trial that I've been following, and where we expect a decision either next week or shortly thereafter on Judge Arthur Engoron's own promise. In that deposition, Donald Trump talked extensively about his net worth, his brand value, the amount of cash that he has on hand, what each individual property might be worth if he sold it, and overall, his conclusion, which lingered with the jury and with everyone present, was his self-profession that he is worth billions upon billions of dollars. And that has to make an impact with these jurors who are going to be asked tomorrow not only to assess what amount of money is due to E. Jean Carroll to compensate her for the harm to her reputation and the emotional harm, the pain and suffering that she has gone through, but also what amount of punitive damages should be awarded to punish Donald Trump for his obstreperous conduct, for his failure to stop defaming her after the initial verdict, and instead to continue doing so in True Social Post after True Social Post, including as recently as this morning and in a 30-plus post storm last night.
Harry, Lisa gave us a lot to unpack there, but I need you to explain to me why lawyers would put their client on the stand in a defamation trial, Harry, if he cannot stop defaming the plaintiff on TV, on social media, wherever he goes, wherever he is.
So I think to answer both of Lisa's implicit questions, we didn't expect the day to come, and the day didn't really come. In other words, she said he was very strict, was Kaplan, and she said, my client wants to come on to deny, and he said, that's already been decided. But I wasn't at the first trial. Yes, but there's a deposition. You can tell the jury you stick by that. That's all you can say. To Lisa's second question, they did strike the no. I mean, everything, but they did let him answer the questions. What they didn't let him do twice, Kaplan, was say anything that went to his reasoning, his intent, etc. Haba tried as a follow-up. So why would she do it? Because it was after this colloquy down to essentially no risk, no cross-examination that Robbie Kaplan could answer. All he was able to say meekly was, I stand by my deposition, and that's why on the way out of the courtroom, he was grousing what a terrible country this is. It wasn't a happy day for him where he got to justify his views.
Lisa, to your point about what is stricken from the record, what is on the record, how does it actually matter to the jury, given that it's now out there?
Right. I mean, our colleague Danny Savello said earlier today that there's this concept of you can't unring a bell, and in that respect, he's absolutely true. A jury can be told to disregard certain answers or certain testimony, but they've heard it, and it can be hard to separate in their mind what is admissible, what is not. Even questions themselves can indicate or imply things to a jury. And as Judge Kaplan told them today, a question is not evidence. But again, if you're a juror, the implication from a question, even if the objection to that question is sustained, that question might linger with you. I'll give you an example. Today, after Donald Trump was asked on cross-examination, essentially whether he had attended the prior trial with E. Jean Carroll, and the answer is, of course, no. He passed up the opportunity to come here when the questions of defamation and sexual assault were litigated last May. Haba wanted to ask him, did you have counsel in that trial? He said yes. And then the follow-up question was, and did you take the advice of counsel in that trial? She's trying to imply to the jury that if Donald Trump didn't show up last May, it's because his prior lawyer, Shoutouts, who has since withdrawn from representing Donald Trump, told him to do that. In fact, Trump has in fact said exactly that in his Truth Social post. So there's a lot that's said by implication, even in questions themselves. Harry will know from his experience on the federal government side that getting jurors to draw neat and even cleavages between what's allowable and what's not is easier said than done, Alicia.
Yeah, Harry, you tweeted that's the jurors. It's all one confusing non-event. Explain to me what you mean by that.
Yeah, I think the quick point here, everything Lisa says I agree with, but for them, this sort of 2 minutes in trial and next to what's going to be the centerpiece, we'll see this starting tomorrow, the deposition itself, where he makes a lot of damaging admissions. I think they were left scratching their head and they'll quickly put it behind them. It was a weird and brief theater piece pretty much for counsel and clients that I think will have basically no impact on the jury.
Here's the thing, Molly, Harry, Lisa, we watch this as journalists, we watch this as analysts. For you, watching this as someone who cares very personally about the person at the center of this case, I have to imagine even something like today's antics simply land differently.
I know E. Jean for a long time, and she's my mother's age, and so I think a lot about the women of that generation, right, who came of age before Roe v. Wade, right, who have lived this kind of feminist, second-wave feminist fight of which they have lost a lot of their rights. And it is a little bit tragic to me. Even if E. Jean wins, and she's already won one of the cases now, we'll see what kind of, she's going to win some money, but whether she wins, 5 million or 10 million or whatever that looks like, or, even more. There's a question of she's 80 years old.
She's 80 years old, and we're having a conversation about rehabilitating what was a pristine reputation.
Right. And also, how long do any of us have on this planet? And how...
So are you familiar with what the E. Jean thing is going on with Donald Trump?
No.
I'm not familiar with what he allegedly, I guess, did or something like that to her or something like that. Mm-hmm. Y'all help us out. Comment down below and fill us in, please, if you will kindly do so. Because we're unfamiliar with the E. Jean Carroll defamation trial thing. So fill us in, please. Comment down below and let us know.
Reputation.
Right. And also, how long do any of us have on this planet? And how much of that time do you want to spend getting death threats and being called terrible names by people and sleeping with a gun next to your bed, right? I mean, there's a certain personal toll that I'm not sure is not worth it. So my heart goes out to her, and I think this is, she and Robbie Kaplan are really on the front lines here of taking a lot of the institutional misogyny that is Trumpism.
Well, and just sit in that room and watch him on the stand today. I mean, in what is very clearly a political shenanigan.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I think is working in her favor is that there's candidate Trump and defendant Trump, and those two people have very different needs. Mm-hmm. So he's tending to act as candidate Trump, which is getting him, I think, in a lot of trouble, right? And because he just keeps defaming her. And if he were really defending Trump, he would stop defaming her. So I think ultimately that will, it means more abuse for her, but ultimately I think it'll mean a bigger settlement.
All right, I want you to weigh in on that duality. I also want to talk about the New York AG's $370 million civil fraud case. Made sort of a special appearance today. ABC reporting the jury also saw an excerpt of a videotaped deposition Trump gave in April 2023 as part of Trump's separate civil fraud lawsuit, in which Trump boasted about his wealth, estimated the value of his Mar-a-Lago resort is $1.5 billion, perhaps meant to show the jury that Trump can afford a large damage award. Why play a clip like this from a separate trial, Harry?
Yeah, I mean, it's ironic in a way because we think he's very boastful and inflates his value, but now that's going to come home to hurt him. It illustrates, first, Alicia, that anything you say, whatever the context, campaign trail, other lawsuit, can be used against you by a party opponent. Why play it? To show he's got the very thing that Robbie Kaplan said in opening. What does it take to punish a billionaire? And he keeps doing it. How much will it take to shut him up, given how rich he is? And that's going to actually pose an issue on appeal, because there's going to be a question of, I think, are the punitive damages outsized next to the compensatory damages? But that's the idea. This guy is so rich and he is incorrigible, and the only way to make him stop is by really socking slapping him with a huge punitive damages award.
So they're trying to hit him in the pocketbook then. They're trying to get the money out of him. And again, I can't really speak up on it because I'm not for sure, you know, what's going on with the E. Jean Carroll thing and Trump. It's foreign to me. You know what I mean? I know you said you're not quite sure what's going on either, right?
Right.
So we can't speak on something that we don't really know about. So with that being said, if you guys can fill us in on it, then we can give you guys our opinion about it once we get familiar with it, do some research on it, and things like that. So if you guys can be so kind to comment down below, let us know.
So it's a defamation trial. So I guess he's said things about her that
Allegedly.
right, that isn't true or true.
One or the other.
Um,
So I guess he's suing for like character.
yeah,
Like, yeah, something like that.
right, for defaming her name.
Right. Right.
But my thing is, I don't understand why people, you know, they're going through the legal process. She's in her 80s. I don't understand what the death threats are for. I don't know why people are doing that.
Right.
Like, that's hateful
Right.
and plain mean.
Right.
She's in her 80s. And the lady says she has to sleep with a gun beside her bed.
Right.
That's scary.
That's very scary, especially to be in your 80s,
Right.
having to go through something like that.
Yeah.
You know, should nobody, no matter what age you are, really,
Right.
have to go through something like that and sleep with a gun next to their bed. Like, that's not a peaceful sleep.
I think people take things way too far,
Oh, yeah.
over the top.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They exaggerate things a little bit out of hand. Too much, really.
Right.
You know, but I don't know, man. But, you know, again, let us inform us, enlighten us on what's going on with that so we can have more information on it, please, if you guys can be so kindly. Once again, we definitely appreciate everybody who stopped by.
Yes.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Like the video. Make sure you share it. Comment down below. It helps the video to get into the algorithm. And we'll jump to some shout-outs.
Okay, so first shout out goes to Bobby Joe Jackson. What's up, Bobby Joe Jackson?
Bobby Joe Jackson. What's going on, man? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction. Let us know what you thought about it. If you have any information on what's going on with that, comment down below. Let us know.
Yes. Second shout out goes to Stinky. What's up, Stinky?
I can smell you over here, boy. Woo. Shout out to you, though, Stinky, man. Hope you definitely enjoyed that as well. Let us know what you thought about it, man.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
We about to head to the gym.
Yes.
Go do a nice little workout. So we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes.
Health is wealth.
Yes, it
You
is.
feel me? And make sure you keep God first.
Yes, most importantly.
And we'll catch y'all.
Yes. Peace.